Hello, Kanessa. Hello, Kenji.
GM, good morning. Glad to be here on this beautiful Saturday morning. Kenji looks so skinny in world. What happened, my man?
Are we still in Oktoberfest?
Yep, I think so. I think one more. I mean, I don't know. Technically, like it is October. I don't know what the real German Bavarian rules are, but we're in the build.
Okay. Let me attempt do my attempt at German. Welcome then
That's good.
in CBD.
Willkommenen. Willkommenen. Yeah.
Oh, almost. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, I'm from the upper Midwest, so like you just finish every sentence with a yeah, yeah, and like if you could make your voice inflect, even if it's a no, just say yeah, yeah. It's like a regional thing.
It almost reminds me of have you ever watched the movie Beer Fest?
No, but I bet it's
No?
no.
Oh, that's gotta be one for you to watch there. Beer Fest. Definitely write it down. It, and enjoy. That one's gonna be like a masterpiece for you. Maybe a masterpiece. We'll
Let's
see.
see. Is it? I'm guessing it's not Beer. It's Bier. Beer fest.
No, I think it is
Oh,
BEE.
nine,
Beer Fest.
nine. Oh yeah. Okay, I see. Oh,
It's like a movie that was like made in like 2004 or like 2004 or 6, 7 around there.
oh my god.
Uh, Yeah, it was like in that era when they just like would make like stupid funny movies
Hmm.
for yeah, like like the scary movie 3 era and shit like
Yes,
that.
yes, and probably pretty politically incorrect on a lot of these things too. So yes, funny. Okay, I'll have to put that on my watch list.
Yeah, massively politically
Maybe
incorrect. Definitely something to
maybe
watch.
we should have a movie night at the Oktoberfest build and play Beer Fest and I don't know. Are there any other like Oktoberfest drinking movies? Oh my god,
I mean, the only one I could think of is yeah, Beer Fest. I'm gonna look it up and see what streaming platform it is.
okay, and then change you got you're killing the vibe without those lederhosen. I mean, well, I don't know. There's a lot of vibes going on. I like Fancy's pants with that tattoo. They look really cool because the tattoo's over the jeans. But yeah, I gotta enjoy fall. So this build I'm gonna keep up until I don't know. I don't think I'll make a Thanksgiving build. Although I could just plop some turkeys on the tables here and then call it Thanksgiving, and it's good enough.
Okay, I think I see it here on Amazon Prime Video. So possibility. Oh my God, Beer Fest on Disney Plus. The children. Think about the children.
It must be appropriate then for kids.
Uh, maybe. Well, welcome everyone. Hello, Mazza. I see Brittany, Mariana, Lastrom. What up, Fancy? Hey, Zesty Beam, Balin, and welcome, Sparta. Thank you everyone for being here. If you would like to come up to speak, ask any questions, talk about any Decentraland related topics, you're more than welcome to. Let's see. I know that Sparta is our only new listener here at the moment. And so, yeah, same goes with you. The invitation does extend to you if you would like to come up and ask questions about like what is Decentraland, what the heck are we doing here? You're more than welcome to. And yeah, say hello, introduce yourself. What up, official Crypto Cube? Hey Cube, I've been wanting to ask you if you want to connect with a with like kind of like an artist community that likes to do like these like competitions within their community for different prizes and stuff like that. If you're interested, let me know. I'll hook you up and get you into their Discord.
It looks like Derek is wearing. Is that a mask by Official Q Man? I'm not sure. But oh, I just see Jim and KJ pull up. Welcome, welcome.
Oh, hi KJ. Oh, and there's Derek. He's looking. Is this the official Cube Man? No. I'm trying to think. I think I know the one that like with like the crazy static is one of Cube Man's creations.
Yeah,
Oh no, this was off collection.
like like correctly. Could be a little off, but very cool, Derek. He's always got the style. He's always sneaking up late at night, like coming out of the sky, like with his wings and flying abilities. So I gotta watch him. And oh, is that? Oh, I thought it was Sylvia. Thought it was Cynthia Nominee, but it is Peter Parker being a spider, which is very, very on brand.
Yeah, Peter Parker. I'm happy to see Peter Parker here on Parcel, and congratulations on being one of the winners for yesterday's giveaway, Canessa's giveaway. Not
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah. What did you end up sending him?
I'm still waiting on the second place winner to like confirm with me what they want. Because they want an emote, and I'm like, I don't know if I can make that. And I don't want to I don't want to be not make them a cool emote. So as soon as I hear,
You don't want to overpromise.
no, yeah, because like I don't feel very comfortable with moving feet. Like I don't do, if you look at most of my emotes, the feet are not moving much because when I do move the feet, like it's hard to get them to look good. Like AJ, he's so good at it. I mean, Issa, of course, he's amazing. Um, but I'm like, I always just kind of keep I just keep them within my limits. Like I don't go out of my lane, try not to. And so I don't want to like try to make something and then have it not work. So we'll see. Or maybe I just need to like shut up and spend 8 hours in YouTube Blender walking tutorials and like learn how to move the feet. That might be part of it too. Fancy saying yes, do it. I'll try.
I'm I'm hard at work over here painting the floor. I may have had another accident or two.
Uh-oh. I blame it on KJ.
Oh my God. I love these shoes. I have expressed my love for these shoes to KJ myself. Like these things are so freaking well made. Like and the new camera feature really get lets you get in there so you can like, just look at every single detail of these shoes.
My question is, and I know there's like smart devs in the room, will we ever have it where I can see what you're doing with your smart shoes. Like, I know you're walking around and you probably see it's cool, but we don't see that. And I know portable experiences, if we're both using the same portable experience, we can, but like, I wonder, will that ever be a possibility for smart wearables?
That's yeah, that's one of those questions that are better left for the smart people. I will butcher it. I will most likely say yes because I think every Decentraland can do anything, but I'm from a technical standpoint, lol.
Yeah. It's really interesting, like thinking about like portable experiences, smart wearables, and then emotes 2.0. Like, I'm starting to realize more and more how much just being able to add something into your emote is like such a game changer for those other things. So I'm like, how can we put them together even more? Like, where your smart wearable somehow like interacts with whatever you're doing in your emote 2.0. But it would be cool if other people could see it too.
Yes, most definitely. I would love for other people to be able to see the the mess I've made. But then again, it might get like too crazy in the world. Like think about like 100 people wearing the same KJ shoes, and like everywhere they go, it's just like flooded with hearts. I mean, that would be cool as hell, but like I wonder what that would do to the platform itself. Like if it would
I
crash, if it
think
would be like an
so.
overload.
I think it would be bad because, like, I told you how I did the waterfall picture with KJ's shoes, where on my like cliffside CBD build, I ran up the side of the cliff like, I don't even know, 50 times, like, having to like parkour up the steps, and then I would jump down so that I would leave like a trail of hearts, and I eventually made this really cool heart waterfall thing. Um, but it got slower and slower. Like, by the end, it was getting so laggy, and I was like, "What the heck is why is my computer doing this?" But then I realized, I think it's because it's rendering all of that data. I mean, like, I've been a dev for like 14 seconds now, so I don't know if that's even a correct statement, but it's like doing a lot of work on making all those hearts appear. And so then, it kept going and kept going. And then, like, you got to remember, if you go in your backpack and come back out, it refreshes the whole scene. Like, it takes away all of it. And I didn't do that in the middle of my heart waterfall. But as soon as I did kind of like refresh it when I was done, my performance went back to like normal. So if you put those hearts everywhere, it does slow down your scene. And I don't know, I wonder if people could intentionally weaponize that. Like, if everybody, theoretically, if everybody in this scene had just KJ's smart shoes, let's just pick on those, and then they ran around and left a bunch of hearts, would that like lag this scene out? Even though we can't see what everybody else is doing, I'm just wondering, like, is there overlap on stuff like that? But I don't know, because
You,
I'm not that kind
you,
of builder.
you've been a dev for like 15 seconds now. That's like 15 seconds more than I've put in the great field of development.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you got to learn. You got to do what you got to do. Like, I'm just learning right now, if you're emoting and then you move your camera super close, you'll stop your emote. That's weird. It's not done that before.
I know like I think who was it? Someone last week had mentioned that like now with like emotes there's like a bug that like if you start an emote and then go in first person it will like stop it or stop make your avatar stop the emote and stuff like that. What what has been up with the last week on Decentraland? Is it the main realm? Is that what's going on?
I don't know, but yeah, you're right. If you go into first person, it stops your emote. And if you go into like super close up view, it stops the emote. Interesting. I don't know why.
Yep,
Maybe
yep.
it's something with the frame load or something. I don't know.
Maybe, maybe. I really, really enjoyed seeing that that new wearable or wearable that new emote you released, the hula hoop.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that thing that was a labor of love. It was a lot of work to get it to work. It was I had the whole thing done and animated, but I did it like the traditional way of animating, like the leaves on the trees here in the CBD build, like those the ones that are falling, like I've animated all of those, but I didn't animate the emote like the way you're supposed to, and I just thought maybe it would work. Like I kind of knew it wouldn't, but I was like maybe it'll just like maybe everything's fine, and no, it didn't. You actually have to like do it a certain way, which makes sense because you have to tell Decentraland like where the prop is in relation to the avatar, because otherwise the prop, like it would have nowhere in world to have an anchor. If that makes sense, like in your scene when you deploy animations, like they have an XY coordinate specific to that scene. So yes, Issa. I don't know if you know this. Issa is amazing. She helped me a lot. And now I'm on to more. Hopefully, I can make the next ones work and not bug her nearly as much.
How long did it take to figure Emotes 2.0 for you as
Oh,
a what actually I guess the first question is like what kind of caliber emote producer would you consider yourself? And then how long did it take for this talented individual to do it?
I would consider my animating skills like burgeoning or like beginner. I mean, I'm not an animator. I don't. I see a lot of things I did wrong in pretty much every emote. So like my animation skills, I still want to get better at. But like I've created a lot of emotes that I can tell you. This I think if somebody has experience even making wearables, well, maybe not with that, but like if you just have experience animating, like rigging bones, I think you'd have a much easier time than me. Like I'm realizing that I probably struggled because I just haven't done like anything with rigging bones for animation. There was no weight paintings because I'm like, okay, like what other parts can I equate it to, like wearables? But it's yeah, I think if you're experienced in Blender and you've done that, you probably would just not do stupid things. I'd be like, Isa, I can't make it work, and she's like, well, you have to, you have to animate it in pose mode. And then even Derek one day was after she had helped me. We were in the group chat, the voice chat, sharing my screen, and she was helping me. And then she was like, okay, you got it? And I'm like, yeah, I totally got it. Like, it's fine. I never animate unless you're in pose mode. And then she got off the call. And then I was like, Derek, I got this. I can't believe I figured it out. And I start animating. And he's like, you're in object mode again. And everything you just did was in object mode. I'm like, damn it. Like, he's just, if she finds out that I'm like going right back to my old habits, she's going to kill me. But I like, yeah, there's just some complicated things about like you have to name it the correct thing, you have to push down the animations, and so there is documentation on it, but it's just it's like those complex little things. But I think everybody should try it. Make an emote, at least just an emote, maybe not emote 2.0, but make an emote. Like Judas just made an emote, which is awesome.
Is there any coding involved? It looks hard.
No, there's not like coding, like computer coding. You have to name it the right thing so that the computer knows this is the armature for the avatar, this is the armature for the prop, and then um, yeah, like there's no coding involved. You just have to be kind of smart about Blender, like not like don't do what I did. Don't try to animate in object mode, even though like for some reason it's just easier. It always defaults, and then I go to click on my little thing, and I can move, I can do what I want to do, and I'm like, yeah, okay, it's working, and it's working because it's in object mode. So then I have to like go back, and I don't know. It's just like one of those things I gotta like get out of whatever bad habit of just clicking. As soon as I see it working, I'm like, good, go to town, animate stuff. It's like, no, you actually have to do it the right way. But it's been cool to see what other people come up with. Like this chair is amazing.
Yeah, the are you referring to like the DG chair or the recliner, like the beach recliner
I've
chair?
called out the Fatal Attraction chair. If anybody knows, they know. I can't even get that one because I have too many emotes, so I can't even access that one because it in your backpack it does emotes from rarity. So like uniques, mythics, legendaries are up top. So I gotta like remove some from then. But yeah, no, that's totally Fatal Attraction.
I hate I don't like how yeah, my emotes have been disappearing too. You know what emote disappeared? My signature my signature emote that everyone knows me by. Yeah, right. Uh
No, I know.
that the hug one?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it got buried. I don't have it anymore. I feel rugged by Decentraland. I feel like they took my one mana and gave me nothing.
you have to send some emotes out. You just have to send them away, and then it'll eventually get there. Because I haven't had campfire emote for months, and then once you like clean out your emotes, I don't know if there's like a limit, but um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know a better way to do it than that. Like it would be cool if we could categorize them by like new, like just like wearables, like recently acquired. I don't know, or to have the whole thing go down all the way. So if anybody knows how to do that, let us know.
Lol, lol, lol. You just said the word categorize as category 5 entered the room. Lol, lol, lol. I don't know what they have to do with each other. It's almost the same word. What's up, Cat 5? Welcome. Songs of Eden. Hello, Pink Kitty. Chrono. Dev Dog. Thank you all for being here. What up, Goldilocks? Hey, Jared. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, if anyone would like to come up and speak, talk about any topics, you're more than welcome to. If you're new, you're more than welcome to request to come up to speak and introduce yourselves. This is usually an open discussion, and yeah, if Kanessa and I don't have any new speakers, we're just gonna talk to ourselves for the next hour or so, and then close the space. What up, Jay? Welcome to the space. And also, I would like to remind everyone to like and retweet the room. Tell our other friends that aren't here about the space. I did a very bad job of tweeting today's space. So, I'm really happy to see you all here.
Yeah, and looking at the schedule, we have like a week and a half until November, and then we're technically in music month, aren't we? And so like just curious how that rolls around. Like, are there events right away, or is it gonna be like, I know there's one specific kind of what is the fancy word, condensed time period where there's a lot of music. um but yeah, I don't know, I feel like we've been really anticipating November and just to see how's it gonna go down. And Cap 5, good morning, welcome.
Yo, GM.
GM, happy to have you here. Awesome performance yesterday at the Voxport event. I was having way too much fun with those skateboards. I was using the stage as a ramp and probably like bonked some of our friends in the head with my skateboard. And what else? Oh yeah, you also had a Twitter space yesterday. Awesome space as well.
Yeah, I was all over the metaverse yesterday. It was a lot, but I love it. The Vox Sports event was awesome, and yes, the most satisfying thing was just kind of taking your avatar on that board and kind of launching them into the crowd. That's what I found. Because I wasn't very good at the game. I couldn't like figure really out how to do tricks, but jumping around on the skateboard was fun.
Yeah, yeah. I was noticing that others were like doing like were doing like more maneuvers than I was. Like I didn't know how to like roll in the air or stuff like that, but I was watching people like doing all this crazy stuff. I was very jealous. Or maybe it was them losing control, one of the two. But yeah, busy day for Cat 5 and the Niolings yesterday. Did any of the Niolings fam pull up?
Yes, actually, I know. I know Alan was in there. I think a couple other Nihilings jumped in. I know my friend Scarface jumped in to check it out. It was a pretty cool time. Um, but I do want to say, shout out to all the artists that got picked for the Decentraland Music Festival. The only one I really know on there is Gucci Toe, but shout out Gucci Toe for getting up there. Um, I wish I had been selected, but not this year. So I am available for community events. If you want to book Category 5 for your community event during Music Fest or Music Month, I'm definitely available. Shout out to people like Tank Poco and Mr. Dingia that keep me working and keep me booked for DJing in the metaverse. So thank those guys for putting on events and paying artists. But yeah, if you want my services, I'm very much available for your event.
Yep. Go ahead, Kenneth.
No, I was just going to say thank you. That's awesome. It's good to know. It's good to just kind of have a name of list the DJs that are available and ready to throw down, because it's nice to have variety and hear new old friends perform. I guess that's awesome. And future, I'm trying to. It looked like it was connecting, and then it just kind of like bumped you back down. So hopefully you're up now.
Yep. For me, it says he's a speaker. Welcome, future. How are you? Let's see, for you, this evening, early evening, afternoon.
Hello there. Good evening, probably, or good morning for some.
Yep, yep. Afternoon for me, it is literally noon. And Canessa is still morning.
GM.
GM, how are you doing today, future? It's been such a long time since we've spoken.
Uh, it was, I believe, yeah. Uh, mm, First of all, I'm glad to see you here and hear you live. And yes, that was a crazy, like 6 months or something. We've been building our company in real life and everything and projects. And now I feel blessed with some rest, and I hope to, put my further efforts in Decentraland building and so on. We'll meet really soon, I guess. Thank you.
I love it, future. Staying, keeping up the grind. You just mentioned like setting up a business. Is this like something that is related to your music or
No,
something separate?
no, totally not. There are two different, approaches to music as a profession. One say like you have to make it your profession and state yourself as a professional artist and blah blah and so on. And for me, I want to devote to music even more. I mean, you have to get a job that would pay your, all those gadgets and everything you're doing. That can possibly guarantee that you'll be free in professional terms with your music about how you're doing it. No.
Oh man, I'm just sitting here thinking like the when you said like be able to afford gadgets, like I'm thinking about your big setup, and how many gadgets you have like just everywhere.
Thank you. Yeah, I've upgraded this summer. I've upgraded my Groovebox, the main instrument, and I'm practicing the new program, uh, which I will play extensively. I hope to this autumn. Thank you.
That's awesome. When can we expect the next future music show?
In count. uh, I feel like I'm not saying this premature, but I hope I'll try to squeeze in on DCL Music Festival this year again somehow, and then we'll see. Uh, Probably some, maybe several concerts in November. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah, definitely. I think like Canessa like really put stuff into perspective. Like there like what, a week and a half or something like that until we're in November. And like November is music month. Like we need like if there's gonna be like community events around the official event, I guess like it's a
You
good time
can
to start
you can
like
invite me.
gathering resources. Go ahead.
I say you can invite me. Uh, that relates to anyone.
Oh, of course, of course.
No
uh,
problem.
so like, yeah, if anyone is going to be hosting a community event around the music festival that is currently listening to the space, we have two performers up here in the speaker panel that are interested in, performing at your spot at your venue. So yeah, hit them up or come up here and chat it up with us. Man,
Thanks so much for invitation and getting me up. Shout out One Existence. Thank you for that post.
Yeah, much love to One Exist. And yeah, the room has been filling up a little more. I see that Fred has joined us. I see Jim the Grill Master. Is he in World? Did you ever install Vanessa?
Oh, I have a fire. I have a fire. Just
That's
barbarian.
that's not a
I
grill.
know.
Fire doesn't count as a grill.
It's Bavarian, Germanic. That's how the Germanic tribes did it. So that's sorry, Jim. I ran out of triangles to put those damn leaves on the trees. So I'll do better. But maybe he can do like hot dogs over the fire.
I wonder if Jim has any like blender skills. Like maybe he could design like a grill.
He probably like hates grilling. He's like, why the fuck did you ever start in with the grilling, Canessa? Like, Jim, how did that ever start? I think there was like a grill
Um,
on one of my first.
I think it was around the time when Old Guy released his first wearable, the spatula, and like I think like shortly after you like set up like a build, that Canyon build with all the grills like right in front, and started having like grill contests. And then we just all gravitated towards Jim's Burgers, digital burgers.
I think so, and I think like so. Jim is the first person who ever came to my land. Like he snuck up on me, of course, back when I don't know, like nobody had ever come to my land before, and nobody was really in Worlds. So like the first time he came, I was like, like what, like kind of didn't realize, people could just sneak up on you randomly. So he gets like keys to the land. Like he's always got keys to the coffee maker. Like when I'm not there, he's got permission to use it. He can kick the skate club out when the ice skaters are like leaving their trash around with his flight anyway. So I'll make him a key just for giggles.
I had a good laugh recently. I think Derek was like, "Yeah, so I checked out this new build, and around it there was a fence to like keep trespassers out." And as soon as he like said that, I just couldn't like help myself but to cut him off and be like, "But so you equipped your wings and you just took a step right over trespasser."
Yeah, well, I know other people that like to trespass and like sneak into even builds that have like colliders around them, because I know I've done that, like put colliders so that you flying people can't even get in. But then they found a way around that. So now I found a way around their way. So next time I'm making a secret build, I know how to from such person who shall remain unnamed.
Yeah, but let's see. I'm trying to think of the original Token Gate hacker. Gary. Oh my God. Everyone here has probably like heard me talk about this times already, but it's one of those that just metaverse stories that just sticks in my head with like the it was my first metaverse fashion week on Decentraland, and Gary just like infiltrating, like I think it was like like two out of the three um community fashion shows and stuff like that. He would just like be on the token gated stage somehow, some way. um People are like some shows were just like letting him be and using him as a prop, and then others were like, "Gary, can you get the hell off the stage?"
That's like when I first heard of Gary, or like really, that's when Gary really came into the scene, like on the radar, I think. I don't know, maybe I'd seen him before that, but that he like took his talents to the next level.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think that was one of those pivotal moments for Gary's reputation. It just skyrocketed after that. He was getting girlfriends. He was looking all cool and stuff, and yeah.
Didn't he ask for the
I
apartment too? Or did somebody try to get him the apartment? That wasn't him.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Gary, we've been hanging out with him in CBD. We don't see him much in World, probably because he lives on like a completely other side of the world, so so like different time zone, but he's been playing some big time and stuff and showing off to us.
And see, I thought for the longest time that Derek was Gary, and then I didn't think Derek could speak. And then one day he spoke, and he was just like totally just chill and natural. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I thought you were another just like silent observer.
Oh, I mean, we had to prove ourselves to Derek. It wasn't that easy, Canessa. Derek hung out with us in the CBD Discord for like I think almost a month before we heard his voice.
He was probably listening and learning and remembering and writing stuff.
Oh, blew my nose while the mic is off. Oh my lord, how embarrassing.
Yeah,
Uh,
Gary made you do it.
Gary made me do it. It was Derek. But like, yeah, we had to gain Derek's trust. It started off as a like, he would Derek would like pop in, chill. We would like talk to him, and then like create our own lore around what he was saying back to us. and then we came to the conclusion that he tolerated us.
Yeah, I think. Oh, there was a time I came into the VC or something, and then he immediately left. Or like whenever we came in or something, it was like a group of us, and we maybe that was why we felt like we had offended him.
Yeah, that you weren't vetted yet. You weren't cool enough. Yeah. You need a whole pass.
I am still trying my best. Trust me, I'm still trying.
I think now you're vetted, but like I don't know. I don't know. You'd have to contact 1-800 Derek for this one.
We'll see. I'll keep trying. Oh, Seed, 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 Seed! It's so good to see your icon come up here. How are you today?
Aloha. How is everybody? Hope everyone's doing good. I am kind of losing my voice a little bit, but still going here. Yeah, I just wanted to put it out there. I've been planning some events, talking to people, just putting it out there that Seed is a space that you can play in. I don't have currently any sort of funding through the DAO or any PFP projects that are um, raising funds. But yeah, I've been trying to figure out how I would go about being able to pay every artist that comes and plays because that's definitely been something at the top of my list is trying to figure out how to create a self-sustainable space just run by the community. I just wanna hand the keys to y'all and just pretty much try to, I guess, assist in any way that I can to make it happen. But for the most part, Madamus isn't here at this very moment. Um, but you can also reach out to him if you have questions too. But feel free to reach out to me. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I know I'm not sure. I made it so that people could DM me, but I'm not sure if it's showing up as you can DM me. Like I guess follow me and then I don't know how to know if someone wants to DM me or if my DMs aren't working. I need to figure out if it is in fact working because that's a great way to communicate. So I don't want to make it so that no one can DM me. And now that a lot of these bots out here are kind of under control, I feel like it's a safe time to open DMs, which I thought I did, but I'm not too sure if that little box is up there. But yeah, let me know if anything. Leave a message in the chat box if you're interested in putting something together, and I'd be more than happy. We do have an event coming up on November 8th with this wonderful artist who's not semi new to the scene. It'll be her first Decentraland performance, perhaps, maybe not. She might have also performed at Serene Elias's spot. But yeah, so if you guys are up for some really awesome music, that's coming up. I put it in the Xbox. It's now my new name for this thing above. I heard someone else call it an Xbox, and I was like, "Oh, that's great. That sounds great. I'm gonna call it that too." So yeah, so we're gonna do that, and then I have a lot of other stuff in the works. We're just keeping the underground alive. I know we're not part of the official. I didn't even apply for the official stuff because I had a lot of stuff going on. But we're gonna still just do events and keep it all like underground and of course be promoting it across all social medias and etc. So feel free to drop me a line and I will make it happen. Um yeah.
Thank you, Seed. Unfortunately, I can't test the message button for you because like we've been following each other for the longest time, as well as like messaging each other. So, but like perhaps maybe someone that is not following or has not messaged you before can take a look and see it on your profile if they can message you. Also, I would keep an eye out on your like hidden messages. I mean, like, okay, be warned that like probably 80% of the messages that are in there are kind of like spam or someone trying to hack you or some shit. But I will say that like there have been gems that I found in my hidden folder or my hidden messages from like actual legit groups that I've like
Oh,
ghosted because I've never freaking saw the message.
I've done that
oh,
too. Like, yeah.
I I usually check it, and now I'm like so paranoid that I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like this guy looks totally normal. I look at like his followers list. I'm like, it looks like the same person, but then I like find myself second guessing myself. But yeah, no, I caught one of the messages, but there are some other ones that I'm like, Is this too good to be true?" Like, now I'm like I'm making it so that, like, I almost am turning down opportunities because I don't know what to do. I'm like, how do we find a way to, like, I don't know, like, certify people or make it I mean, obviously, the people I've been talking to, I feel safe with. I've I've never really had an issue like that, but then I heard a bunch of, like, really crazy stories around, people asking you to test video games and, like, this and that, and I was like, "I don't know. What do I do?" Like, how do I know if this is the real person? Because there's a lot of people out here, and, yeah, it would be sad if I ignored, like, a real opportunity and didn't realize it. Like, it's kinda like winning the lottery ticket and then, like, losing the lottery ticket. It's like I feel like these relationships are like lottery tickets because it's this genuine connection to me is like worth more than any amount of money or any material value, offered on this planet. So, and that's why, I'm here to make genuine connections with people so that we can grow creatively and build really cool stuff. So, yeah, it's definitely it's definitely a trip. But yeah, I'm gonna keep checking them. Maybe I'll ask you. Maybe you
Another place that you, I mean, maybe in the future will outperform. Maybe, Seed has been is like right across the street from Dollhouse. Also hosts like events. In the past, they've hosted like Friday night events. And as she's mentioned, she's been running this without a grant or any like financial help. Just doing it on her own. With Madamus. And kind of if you ever want to like check it out, definitely do. Cat 5 and take it away.
Uh, yeah, no, thanks. I was kind of unfamiliar with Seed, but I'm glad I'm following you now. And I do think that your DMs are open. I tried to DM you. Um, but just going back to what you were saying about the issue of DMs and scammers and bots. Yes, it is good to be overly careful with that stuff. And it is unfortunate that, I mean, I think it's a pretty common feeling that it is easy to get overwhelmed by DMs and feel like you might be missing out on opportunities. I would say continue to be cautious, but the two things that I would kind of uh, that I do, with DMs is um, if it looks like an opportunity, if it looks like something real, engage with them, conversate with them, but just always be very careful of any links that are sent in a conversation. Then to add an extra layer of security, kind of what you mentioned, just ask your friends. The people here in Decentraland have been around a long time, and if an opportunity that comes up that seems maybe too good to be true or a little weird, just reach out to someone in the community, in the community building Decentraland community. We There are people that have probably interacted with the people. I'm always down to play. I'm always down to share music. People, I have played many unpaid gigs in Decentraland, either as a favor or just kind of to in order to promote myself. And as long as you're being upfront with artists about that and saying, hey, this is an opportunity that we want to share with you for you to be able to kind of promote and gain exposure, and that we don't really have the opportunity to pay, I think that's fine. Like I've taken gigs like that in the past. But yeah, no, that's just some words about that subject.
Yep. Thank you, Cat Five, and yeah, just got to give you your flowers real quick. For someone that's been DJing in the space for so long, has gotten the paid gigs, has had the opportunities, and it's really amazing that you are still like very open to just sharing some music for fun. It seems like it seems like a trend that once you like start getting paid, it's like it's expected to get paid, or you're expected to get paid, or that is like if you hit me up, that's my price.
Jay in Decentraland was through playing three free gigs and playing gigs at my own builds or friends' builds. And it's a grind, but if you do that enough times, then you know the people that have the ability to put on paid gigs are going to be the ones that are running around Decentraland going to fun free experiences, and they'll see that dedication. It can, I mean, it's tough. It's the life of an artist. It can be a little bit in the beginning when there's not much exposure or attention, but it comes back to the reasons you're doing it, and really the love for the art. And I mean, I personally love myself through DJing. There are people who love expressing themselves through digital 3D art, and we're in a space that is so young that it requires a bit of some of this, it really just nose to the ground tough work to get to the point where you're a professional in the metaverse. It's a tough spot to get to, but there are people out there that are living professional lives in the metaverse, and that's what inspires me to keep doing this.
100%. And yeah, and also I don't think I ever thanked you for this. So whenever you came on Beyond the NFT, I think like the night that you hit me up, I was about to like message you and ask you if I could like play back the set that you had donated to us for the CBD party after our show, but then you beat me to the punchline and you're like, yo, can I like take over the screen right after the show? Like, what's up? Is that a possibility? And I was like, yeah. like, uh, gotta thank you for, your time there. And okay, I see. I have been informed that Zesty has his hand up. His hand is invisible. I'll pass it over to Zesty, and then I would like to hear from Sierra. Sierra, we'll pass it over to Sierra after Zesty.
Yeah, so I'm not going to be very long, Sin. I replied in the little quote bubble at the bottom, uh, where KJ tweeted about staying safe online. Uh, Cyrus asking questions earlier made me think of it. The short version is there was laptop that was used, a spare laptop for trying out one of those games. And KJ thought she had it clean enough, but it wasn't. Uh, the stories in the tweet, but yeah, it's it, there are papers going back to the 80s about this sort of thing of trusting people and systems that rely heavily on cryptography. And yeah, it's a kind of a weird problem. And one buzzword that I don't see used nearly enough here is a web of trust. But then again, can you really trust anybody? I mean, just look at how prevalent rug pulls are and projects that go nowhere.
It's hard. I think really what it comes down to is when you communicate with people, either in spaces or DMs, I'm like very intuitive for the most part. I've never questioned my intuition before when I'm like, having a deep connection with someone. It tends to be hard because I always ask like, the right questions as far as like to figure out like what the person's intention is and and then I take it from there. And if we're like, if we have line in our missions and our visions and what we're trying to build, it tends to be a good relationship. It's just I know a lot of the time, like scammers or people who are like not here for the right reason, signing up, I've noticed, or like visiting a specific link, and you've never really seen them and they tend to not have a lot of the same friends. Like they might be following people, but they're not being followed by a lot of the same people that, we've been connecting with out here that we align with at least.
Right. The counterpoint to that, there was someone recently, semi recently, H Provocos outed. That was maybe a month ago. Uh, that had it was some random scammer Discord account, but they had taken the time to become friends with a bunch of people on Discord. So you can't. There's also that is something to watch out for. But they still fell into all the other patterns you just highlighted.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Like even in the CBD Discord, someone had like landed in there and started like chatting up in the general chat. So me being me, I like came in and intercepted that, and then as soon as like I talked to him, he like wanted to take it to DMs. So I'm like, okay, and yeah, from there it was like conversation was just like getting weird, like completely unrelated questions were like asked, like, oh, what's the story about your name, and then asking me where I live or and shit like that. I was like, what the so TK and I have been we're watching them like a hawk for a bit.
yeah. It's the whole social engineering angle in this space is just it's just fucking weird, man.
It is, it is. Oh,
But like
go ahead.
I've always been trying to figure out how to like figure out a way to turn those people into into like productive members of the community instead of
Oh, you just chuck them feet first in the meat grinder and call it good. That's the only production you're getting out of them is comedy.
I know it's sad. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sad we lost Sierra. Sad
We
face.
did, we did.
I was up too long.
I'm
Sorry, folks.
I'm resigning my position as host. Canessa, you take over. I have failed us all.
Okay, okay, sure. Totally. Done. No, I think I failed too. Seed, I was gonna say there is a channel in the CBD and I'm pretty sure there's one in the main DCL Discord too for scams, and that's I don't know, that's like a good place to go if you have like an interaction that you're like, I don't know about this, you could go there and look and maybe see what, you can see what some people have already encountered. And then you can also go there and ask for help. Like I had somebody hit me up in DMs with a project, and I just, I'm like, okay, yeah, tell me more. And it sounded too good to be true. And it was like something on the dev side of things. And I'm like, I don't know this from, like I'm not a dev, like, so I don't know. And I just went and asked a couple of people in the community who are, much more experienced. And I was like, hey, what do you think of this? This sounds like cool, but I don't have any idea. Are they trying to get me to download something? And they were like, no, this is cool. It seems legit. If they could figure out what they're doing, like with the tech, that seems, it's not it, like from what they saw, it wasn't going to be a threat. So I don't know, like just I'd say reach out to multiple people. And even if it's somebody here that you trust, if I come asking you for a collab on something and I want you to download something, please say no. And like, Canessa, like, is this you? What's the safe word? Because, like our accounts get hacked and it might not be very safe. My safe word is donuts. So if I'm
Safe words.
I don't know, just like some, like people can impersonate each other too. And so, yeah, like sometimes I've gotten some emails from friends and I'm like, this doesn't sound like you. And you want me to go and click on this link. And then I click it and it tells me my computer might be at risk if I go any further. And I don't know if I trust you, friend. So I don't know. Just
Totally, yeah, that makes sense. I got some messages from beat trekkers and meta trekkers, and one was in my other box, and I don't know how it got there. I thought we were following each other, but I don't know. But he was asking me to talk to him in DMs and Discord, and I was like, oh, because I never do DMs in Discord. I'm like that paranoid. I was like questioning my shadow that day. I was like, wait, maybe this, like, is this a problem? Am I having, like, is this me or, like, am I, But after hearing all these horror stories, I'm just like, the last thing I need is any sort of like weird thing like that. But yeah, they wanted me to DJ. I guess it was like a DJ competition. And at first I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'm down to come and play. Um, but then I wasn't sure if it was actually him. So, because like I don't know if I've ever spoken to him in spaces before, but maybe I have. Um, but yeah, I guess there's a meta trekkers and a beat trekkers. Am I correct? Like those two things exist. I'm so sorry.
yeah, they exist. Yep.
Just not in my world.
This is your regularly scheduled reminder to renew your ENS names.
I didn't know they had to be renewed.
Yeah, Chris found that out the hard way. He got motherfucked.
According to some, not renewing your ENS domains equals hacking into their wallets.
And draining.
Yes.
Oh my God. So, when does this have to happen by?
I
Depends
mean,
on when you renewed your ENS.
I don't know
Or
if
when you first registered it.
oh,
And for how long.
I thought it was forever. If
No, that's Decentraland names. Decentraland names are forever. ENS names are not.
Well,
ENS names are a grand scam where you have to pay ETH every year to renew them. And if you have a really cool name like cat5.eth, that's four characters, you have to pay a lot more. It's lame.
yeah, they really rake over the people like you over the coals. And then also I think like DCL.eth costs even more
Yeah,
because
I mean,
it's 3 characters.
Three characters are absurdly expensive to renew.
damn, I
the
this is serious stuff.
the other day I like went in. I like looked at the DCL dot ETH domain, and it said that it only had 5 years left. So I don't know why, like, I'm like, I see like 5 years and I'm like, no, that's way too little. And then I'm like taking screenshots, taking them to the Dow, like when renewal, and then HP is like, whenever we can get like $260 a year to fund this.
Has anyone ever done like a tip box? Is that possible to set up a tip box for each
Yes.
artist so that it just automatically goes to their wallet? Maybe like a QR code? And
Yes.
yeah,
Um,
I don't know. I'm
both
just trying
things
to make
are
like,
possible. Both things are possible. I've done both in the past. You can have a QR code on the performer's screen. You can have them put the QR code to their wallet on their OBS screen. I've done that before. There is also code in the Awesome repository for a tip box, for an on-chain tip box. Um, that was a while ago that I used that. I'm sure it can still be done and used, but yes, it's totally possible, Seed.
yeah, and I also wanted to put this out there too that I wanted to work with people from the community, either people that have never been to Decentraland, or maybe there's people within the Decentraland community in this space right now that curate art shows. So I wanted to start doing like exhibits like every few months, and we could have, instead of wine, everyone can get your emote, or I'm sorry, the wearable of the bong or something. I don't know. Or you could, maybe someone could make wine glasses. We could have
There's champagne glasses. That's old guy made those, right? Hopefully, I'm not misremembering it. But there's that. Dogman. I don't know why it's like not letting me get
I
you.
see him up here. I see him
Okay,
up here.
okay. I will.
And Seed, let me know when you need curators for cat art. Yes, I will curate your cat art.
I would love to have like a cat month. Maybe just, devote the whole space to like cats. If we could have some cats walking around too, that would be pretty cool. I'm sure Madamus would know how to do that. I don't know how to do that, but um, yeah.
Madamus is a genius. He'll definitely know how to do that. And I think if you ask him, he'll get you your tip jar in there too. Um,
Yeah, I never thought to ask him. It just kind of,
what?
yeah, I was always like kind of focused on figuring out how to run the music all the time, like kind of have like a library of music from all the different artists that have played there, or artists that are releasing something, and like make like a playlist so that it's like always playing. And
That
then
that is something that exists. That is technology that exists.
yeah. Yeah, I know that there's a whole process to that, and it's something to do with a server, and being able to cover the server, or please correct me if I'm wrong. I am technologically advanced.
I don't. I mean, so I've done in the past in my builds where what I mean earlier, like Sinful was saying, he was going to take one of my recorded sets and play it back. There is a way where you can if you have a screen, if you have a streaming screen in your build, there is code. Um, you can basically set up a loop of uh, videos. Like, so I had like basically 4 hour long sets looping in my build of me playing. So you can kind of just set up a video screen and upload those videos onto that screen and they will play in order in perpetuity.
Yeah, sounds about right. I just remember when Madamus's computer exploded and it was like a fireworks show. We still don't know why that happened. Um, but yeah, I don't know if it has to run from the computer. Uh when it's, or if it's just like somehow stored somewhere out in a cloud.
Wait, you said exploded like a fireworks show.
Yeah, it was really pretty, but unfortunately,
I wish Madamus would have told me about this story.
he's pretty shy about that kind of stuff. He was just like, let's never talk about this again.
Oh no. Is he in the space right now? I'm looking right now.
I don't was
Okay, we're safe. We're safe.
I don't
Did he have an RTX 4000 series card by any chance?
He might have. That is the part that caused the problem, I believe. It was too.
Oh, okay, yeah. There was some manufacturing stuff with power connector on that. If it wasn't in
Hmm.
just right, you could have magic smoke events like that.
That reminds me of my computer that started like expanding during like the 24-hour true event, and I'm like, I don't know why, it's just like puffy, and I'm like, but I'll just put an ice pack under it and let's keep partying on for more hours. And I'm like, my keyboard is so hot, like I kept a fan on it and I had a fan underneath it, and like, life is good. Like that's normal. And then I think it was like weeks after I finally Googled like why do laptops start expanding, and it's not good. It's like a battery that could explode in your face. And then so yeah, don't
Yeah,
do it.
your laptop started to do a Galaxy Note 7.
Oh my gosh. I mean, oh yeah.
Oh my God, Zesty. I just finished ripping a battery out of a Galaxy Note 7 because of that. Okay, it was like an old phone that I replaced, and like I opened up a drawer, my old phone drawer, and I looked it up. I looked at it, and the back was like popping out because of I get battery. Yeah, it's funny you said that.
They wouldn't even let you on planes with those.
That's crazy.
That's how bad that phone was.
Didn't someone like burn their face or some shit? They like slept over the phone with their pillow caught on fire. Uh,
Wouldn't surprise me.
yeah, right. Alrighty. So I see that DevDog has come up to speak. Hello, my friend. Good morning. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good morning. I hope I'm doing well. I hope everyone else is doing well also and enjoying the weekend. I just wanted to chime in and let everyone know that there actually is a repository for a tip box that already exists. It's in the awesome repository. So yeah, it's written SDK6, but I mean it gives you an example of how like to monetize that way. It's literally called tip box. Um, I know the gas on that is not very optimized, so it does like the gas fees end up being a lot of times. But if you just want to like learn how to do it, it's a good example of that for sure. And then as far as like looping music that plays all the time, there's a smart object that's the radio that will do it. And then you can also there's literally a property on both videos and audio that is looping. So you can just turn that to true, make your own little playlist within your code, and just loop through that. And it's a pretty easy process, I would say. So if you need help on that, feel free to reach out to me. But I'm sure, yeah, Mattis can also do incredible things with it, I'm sure. But yeah, I just wanted to chime in and let you know that.
I do very appreciate that. Thank you.
Is there? I wonder if they have a tip jar in like using Polygon network. I know. I not to use the H word, but I know Hyperfy's got one. Why can't we?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely possible. I don't know if there's a repo for that yet, but I know the repo is on the awesome repository is for Ethereum Mana. But yeah, I mean, if anyone wanted to, it's definitely possible to make a layer 2 one, I would think.
Nice, nice. Oh, looks like we lost we had someone named Zillion requesting. Oh wait. Oh wow, I was just talking to myself, wasn't I?
Yeah, I didn't know if I rugged or if you rugged, but I keep seeing it's like telling me Dogman's trying to come up and then it like then not, and I know it's just me seeing that, so I'm like ignoring every time I see it. So Twitter
Yeah.
Twitter being naughty today.
Yeah, there was someone by the name of Zillion that was trying to come up, and I let him up, but as soon as I like hit accept it, I don't know, they were taken down to the bottom, and then I don't see them anymore. So I mean, Zillion, if you're around, just request to come up to speak again. And just want to do a few shout outs. I see Cowboy in the house. What up, Ocean? DCL Curations, good to see you. Uh, Artreyu, Nicole, Dream, Masca, so nice to see you all. Welcome, welcome to our silly little Twitter space that we host every Saturday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. If you haven't so already, make sure to like and retweet the room. Let everyone know that we're here. And yeah, thank you to our speakers for coming up and coming up for entertainment purposes because Canessa would have been speaking to each other for about 19 minutes ago and then closed down.
And on that note, like back to Music Fest, because somebody had a good point in the just a comment about like the monthly themes, that like AI was the theme for October, and I mean, I think because they kind of announced the themes this summer, these earlier ones, like the architecture theme for September and then the AI theme for October, I just feel like those probably didn't get as much of a chance to get built out as hopefully. I mean, I guess time will tell if the other ones get built out for the rest of the months after this. Um, but they had a good point of like there's a little bit of a disconnect between what is going on between foundation and just kind of like getting that information out to people. But because it is in our hands to create all this, I guess it's going to be on us as time goes on. A reminder that November's music month, December is holidays, January is wellness, and then I think February is fashion, although fashion, I could be wrong, it might be March, but anyway, yeah, just like wondering what is the first event in November for Music Month? Like the first official event, if anybody knows that or if it's posted somewhere. I know that there's a channel for the musicians to talk in, but I'm not sure if it's going to be like one big event later in the month or if there's. Ideally, it would have been cool to have stuff throughout the month. So if anybody knows, please share. Please share. But Seed, I'm glad you were able to connect with Cat 5 and a few other people here. Because I love Fridays at Seed.
I know, and I want to do it again, but I'm like, it's just like the guilt of not being able to figure out like do how to monetize it so that I could pay people. That was like the whole point. I wanted to figure out how to do that, and then I don't know what happened. I have to figure it out still. I don't know if like the DAO is the way to go or some of the other places I guess they sell NFTs. I don't know if that's how they fund it. I don't know how to monetize things. I've always been really like not the best at this. Um so it is a challenge for me to figure it out, but I don't know. I think it is totally possible to not only just promote the events for people, but also be able to pay people. And I don't even know what is like a good price to pay everyone. I don't even know like the pricing or how things are. I mean, I know how things were at like the in real life location, and I had events set up where I would pay $250 a night for certain DJs and then sometimes more depending on like how many people they could bring out. But I had like all kinds of other stuff that people purchase. So it was like a totally different setup. It was a bit different. It was a lot easier to sell art too. A lot of people bought art off the walls, and for the most part, I'm the gallery was always known to allow artists to keep 100% of their sales. So I set it up a certain way because I'm an artist. So I was like, well, what would I want as an artist? So I tried to create like what I would want for other people. So and it worked out a lot, and it isn't located where it used to be, but right now it's currently in Decentraland. It's just kind of getting acquainted with how things work and what's feasible and what people feel comfortable with. I usually like to ask every individual, like, what do you want? And let's try to manifest that. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, back to kind of your point on monetization, like the thing is, like if you can figure it out, you would be considered like a 10 million IQ genius among us all, because like that's what like all of us are trying to figure out here in the space. There in the Web3 space at the moment there just isn't any money, so like it's harder out there. So if you want to get funded and stuff, you need to do some uncomfortable shit and like get on the phones and reach out to whatever and give them the elevator pitch or give them the pitch, and hope for the best.
Well, and
Yeah.
I think it is hard. See, you brought up a really good point. Like that a lot of the way that a lot of venues are doing it is through the DAO, but then I see a lot of kind of the growing sentiment is that nobody wants to vote on proposals like that because they want to vote on platform proposals. And I feel like the venues, in a big way are the platform. And I know it's a different definition, but it's like, I guess the community needs to decide, like, is entertainment and events worth funding, or is it just strictly like getting this platform to operate better? Because without venues that can have, like events, have people in here, pay them, it's going to be a pretty empty metaverse. And like I said, this is artists love to hear that payment, exposure, it's going to be great exposure. I know.
Oh yeah, I eat exposure like all day.
I can't tell you how many times I've had some great exposure, and it just doesn't taste as good as food, But I get it. I mean, it's
Oh,
hard. It's hard. Like, I appreciate the people that agreed to DJ for us for the CBD build. Cat 5, you were one of them, and it that meant a lot because like we don't have money, like, and but I wish we could pay people. Like, I hate asking people to work for nothing. Like, it's just not fair. So I don't know, Seed. That's a you bring up really good questions.
I try to come in with the questions. Uh, I just feel like in order for things to change and get better, we just have to keep getting more creative with the situation. I feel like almost like we might even get more creative without funds, which is really sad. But it's just like the whole theory of if you give a kid like a million toys and then you give another kid no toys, like the kid with no toys is gonna build the toys. Um, you know, so I don't know if does that even make sense? But
Yeah,
yeah.
make I mean that's the best, like, ingenuity comes out of like necessity. So yeah, totally. I mean, like, I remember there used to be a QR code on the parcel party build where you could tip. I think it was Stony. Like, I remember tipping him. Like, it wasn't based on the ENS name. I think it was just somehow just like real simple, just a QR code that brought you to his address, and then you'd send the money there. But that's one way that people have done it before. And I know, I mean, artists have like wearables and emotes you can buy to support them. But yeah, I like your idea of having art there. I don't know that. It's just hard in a bear market. Like, I don't know. I think we all wish we had more money to spend and support our friends with.
Yeah, it's definitely a bear, and it's not like just a crypto bear. It's a global bear. Like in reality, like companies aren't investing as much as they used to into kind of into future ideas, future innovations, and metaverse would kind of be part of that category.
Check your DMs, Seed. Check your DMs. We'll work something out here. Um,
Oh, I love this.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll talk about all kinds of fun stuff. And I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I've obviously been kind of MIA out here, but that's because I've been exploring places that are just outside of Decentraland because I feel like that's also a way to help grow things that I really am passionate about. So, I mean, it's always in my bio. Never changes, but I just hope to kind of get more people that might be interested in it because winter is coming. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like going outside. And I feel like it would be a good time to, get more people out that might also not like going outside. Um, but yeah. So,
See, one thing that you did so well, in my opinion, is that you did like late night on Fridays, because honestly, like being on the West Coast, like the events that start, like especially this summer, like it was so early and it's light out, and I was like, oh, I want to go to zoo and Vroomway, but like the sun is still out, like it's gorgeous. I don't want to go inside yet, and so for like people on the West Coast, your late nights just felt like that was easier to make it to, just because Friday nights are still pretty busy. So I think you really like filled that like late night Friday party niche. Like those are always nice to look forward to. Like I might not have made the earlier parties, but yours was like right at a perfect time.
well, oh, oh, I'm glad I could, make that happen. That was the whole idea, was to see if there's people popping in at their own regular time period that they would go there and make it so that they can get a vibe of something. And I don't know how many people like that kind of came across the space on that night. I think Madamus knows all the stats on everything. Um, but yeah, it's hard to know really because there's a lot of really cool people that come through, and I don't know everybody's time zone, I guess, unless you tell me. Um, but yeah, I really love doing Friday nights, and like I really kind of want to bring that back. It's definitely a little bit easier to book everybody in like one night and do back-to-back performances, and it'd be cool to bring that back again. But yeah, we have that event on November 8th. It's not part of the official festivities, and I don't know if there's anything going on at that time. I tried to find like some info as far as like the times of any shows that are going on. Um, but yeah, I don't think I found that yet. Maybe they're not planned just yet. I'm not too sure.
I wonder if there's like a master schedule you can add it to. Like right now, if you go to the events page, there's the AI World Fair. There's like a special listing for it. So I'm guessing because that's this month. Hopefully in November, then there would be like a different listing, like Music Month. And I believe I saw something where you can, submit your event and it'll go onto that like master schedule. I believe, and I hope so.
Let me check it out. Master schedules coming right at you.
I was seeing somewhere else recently that people were talking about master schedules, and they referenced, Billy T. Cohen used to do such a good like weekly schedule, weekly calendar. I don't think he still does. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. That was nice. Like sometimes it was just beneficial to have it like broken down, like break it way down for some of us.
I see Cowboy down in the audience. Just wanted to give him a shout out. I don't know if he's been to Decentraland at all yet, but I know I've been probably shoving it down his throat a bunch here and there. I'm trying to get a crew of people to come out and do like an open mic or something.
Yeah, Cowboy's been on Decentraland plenty. At one point we used to see him there every day, basically. Yeah, that's our homie. We love Cowboy.
Nice. Yeah, that's probably during the period of time that I haven't really been around on land, at least.
Welcome, One Exist. How are you today?
Hello, hello, GM and GD and GN, depending on where you're at. I wanted to come up, say hi to Seed, and do a couple little shills real quick. I don't know if anyone noticed, but if you post a picture on Twitter or X now, I never noticed before. Maybe you could, but you can add stickers. And one of the stickers looks very similar to Future Music's wearable glasses that he has on his PFP. So I was wondering if those increase in value now. But oh shoot, what was I going to say to Seed? Oh yes, I was going to mention. So you know Biometa too, right, Seed?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, him and Cowboy Tom do some IRL events, and since you are out in that area, I will be sometime here shortly. So I had a T-shirt contest design that I had, and the T-shirts have been made. They're very, very limited, but I am sending one out Biometa's way for them to give away at one of their IRL events. So yeah, definitely talk to them guys about putting something like that together.
Yeah, totally. I've been talking to Cowboy about his spot, and that's going to be really fun. We're actually going to be, I think we're going to be streaming some of the shows he's having at his new spot at Seed at some point. At least it's up in the talk, so I think we're going to be doing it. But yeah, it's going to be cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, that would be really dope. That would be extremely dope. And I mean, since we have Kanessa here, and also Cowboy. Kanessa, do you remember when Cowboy was talking about like a bus, like a party bus, the Decentraland related kind of thing? Now that there's like the ambassador program, do you think like that would be kind of like a good direction for kind of like an ambassador's event to go in, like the party bus direction?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to like rack my brain along the lines of like anything that would immediately shoot it down, and I can't think of anything that would be like, oh no, that doesn't meet requirements. Yeah, I mean, it's an event. It's definitely worth trying. I know that the window for the ambassadors is closed, and we're in the process of getting those people picked. I think, probably I'm guessing by the end of next week, we would have some like finalization of that process. We've been getting the nuts and bolts and the paperwork filled out for what we're going to need once people are chosen. So, yeah, I know that you guys there's a lot of people in New York. There's a couple like little clusters of area. There's like duplicate, more than one people in that area. So I'm not sure how, if people would work together to make something happen. I feel like that would be the best case scenario because if anybody's done events before, like you need all the help you can get. So,
And
but
having recently been a participant in a Decentraland IRL event, I can say, for as small as the venue actually was, I would say the percentage of the people that were brought into Decentraland was high. It may have been just a couple. I know they, for a fact, they appeared at Stony Eyes, one of his events, shortly after. But I just myself discussed it at least with several of the people that were there that had no clue, no idea about it. Whether it piqued their interest, that I can't say for sure. But again, it was a kind of a small event, but if it with just having two of them come in, I felt that was extremely great, especially at this point in time. So, and yeah, I went. Well, I was gonna say, and see, talk with Madam Smith if you think about going for a Dow grant. There's going to be some for sure that are going to be in your favor for it, especially knowing what you have done in the community and what you want to do. Uh, I would suggest just make absolutely sure that your figures that you're asking for are are fair and right. Um, but there are some that are people that are against that kind of thing. I myself go back and forth. It's kind of a struggle, but I kind of feel right now it's needed in order to keep Decentraland going where it's at, um, and it could have some good longer term effects as well. I feel somebody who gets their first chance to perform in Decentraland is probably going to remember that, and it may not happen right away, but it's a good possibility they're going to remember that down the road. That's just my thoughts on that. But I definitely talk with Madamus about it because
Yeah,
he
it's just something I ponder, but then I see all the drama around it, and I'm like, I don't really want to get stuck in this mess. Like, I want to do shows, and I guess they'll just keep finding artists that are like really new or just started releasing material, and they have like really, they're really good and they sound amazing, but they don't have really much, whatever. But even they like, deserve to get paid. So it's like my brain is being stretched in like two different directions, I guess. And I'm trying to like figure out what's fair, what's like not fair, what's right, what's wrong. And like maybe there's another way I can make it so every artist gets paid to play. But I don't know. It's so hard to figure it out. It's been really gut-wrenching, honestly, to be quite frank.
well push your wearable with the IRL available with it as well. I'm still just surprised that that's not bigger than it could be, in my opinion. Um, I only know of I think three in Decentraland. You have yours, which I have both. Uh, Ardent Real has a skater cap, of which I have both, and I believe I've heard Dr. Drip has, I guess, Fidgetal as well. Um, while I own some of his wearables, I don't have IRL of his. Um, but
I've got that one. I can attest. It is real.
I
It's fun.
I thought it was you that I had heard that from. So cool. Thank you for confirming. With
Yeah, it's fun. It's like tie dyed. It's pretty nice quality too. So I can't attest to the others, but I do have that one.
I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble. For saying this. I won't go say details, but I think there might be an old guy wearable IRL item, possibly too.
Is it a spatula?
I'm not going to say any more than that, just in case I just said too much.
Oh my God, what if there really are like old guy branded spatulas at Walmart or like just like a special store, like, and it's like it just says old guy in like fancy lettering, like cursive, like on the spatula.
I got the laser machine. If old guy finds the spatulas, I could just laser that in, and then like a QR code that takes you to like the IR, or not the IRL, the IVL in virtual life.
Oh my God.
Well, and I'm since I had these T-shirts made, which I worked with the person, the Ardent Real, the company now goes by CryptoLids.com, who did my T-shirts, and he's got the one of the digital. I'm debating whether my hoodie might become one, but I've also put out a poll asking people what kind of things they'd like to see, because Rustan, who took second place in my contest, said roll with it if I wanted to do something with his as well. So I'm contemplating having one available for a wider range of people, but I really want to keep this other one very, very limited. But I do want to give some people some opportunities to also get one themselves. So, like I said, there's going to be a New York event, IRL event. Make sure you're following, I guess, Cowboy Tom and Biometa if you're out in that area for when that might happen for the chance. And I'm keeping one for the next LA area event, IRL event, to give one away. And I'm trying to think of possibly a way to give one away at a in-world event. But if anybody's got something big they got coming or would be interested in having that available to be given away at one of their events, just reach out to me.
That's awesome. Thank you for doing that. It's cool to see people doing that, and I like the IRL stuff. I think that um, yeah, I hope to see more of that. It's cool when people create that. I don't know why I don't do more. I want, like, there's a T-shirt design that I want that, I could just very easily go on Redbubble and have somebody have it made, but I haven't. And I wish, yeah. Why haven't I done that? I forget. Oh, I forgot about the design and I forget to do it. And so we need a DCL store.
Well, if you recall, we had that conversation in one of the CBD town halls, which is something I really wanted to pursue. But marketing in one of their AMAs said that was something they were looking into themselves, which obviously they've made some, because people that are close to the foundation have done stuff for the foundation, have some. I know somebody had made a Decentraland DAO sweatshirt, I believe it was, because I saw it in a Twitter post picture. Um, so I
Well, isn't it, doesn't the DAO send out recipients? Don't they send them like a little care package? I believe that's what I've seen. Like people,
who get a grant, they get a care package.
yeah. I don't know. Doesn't it? I've seen like pictures of people with like their swag gear that just arrives.
I
And it's got,
don't know. Are I don't. Does anybody recall ever voting on approving something like that? Because I'm sure we pay for it. I mean, I would imagine it's written somewhere, but I guess that's something interesting. Interesting.
I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know how else. I don't know. Maybe it's something that somebody's
I
done independently. I just, and I'm not delusional in this regard. I'm pretty sure I've seen somebody with like, it was a picture and it's their like envelope, and they're like, I just got my swag from the Dow. And then I know Serena Ellis has a picture of like a shirt with the Dow, and Lord Lake has a shirt, but maybe some of them made it themselves, or yeah, I don't know. I don't know the details.
Well, see, that's what I figured, is they had it made themselves. But you bring up something I find interesting. And I'm not trying to make it a big deal. I just find it interesting. I guess. But I'm tired of waiting. I've wanted a DCL T-shirt for so long. I said, I'm going to do this myself then.
Like 99% sure that was part of the GSS's grant that they included in their budget.
Okay, thank you. As long as it was included somewhere, then that's cool. I guess it's good promotion too. So awesome.
What up, old guy? I just voted on your POI star.
Oh, thank you. I want to thank everybody for that. That was pretty amazing to get the votes that I got. But I did want to come up and kind of remind One Existence that he probably saw my real life merch in that video where, well, I believe the final plate where he had to blow up his grill because he couldn't finish his dinner versus my plate that looks pretty amazing. You remember that?
Yeah. Whatever. You're gonna blow up
So
Decentraland.
wait. You're
I'm
you're
kidding.
you're telling me you have a spatula with the old guy engraved into it in cursive letters that I just spoke of? Please say yes.
That's the next on the list. I don't have that made yet. What I do have is the actual apron that you can purchase in Decentraland. It is exactly the same as what is in Decentraland. I do have that in real life. Planning on using that. Don't want to get into too many details, but there are a couple of us getting together. We are planning a meetup for a Decentraland in real life party. Sometime in March, I believe, is what we have pushed it to now. So yes, those will all be given away there. I think I have upwards of like 30 of them right now.
That is
Oh my
so
God.
awesome.
Are they signed by old guy himself?
Now I can. He would have to be in white marker because they are black, just like what's in the game. I am working on the spatula idea, but like Seed said, it's pretty expensive to do a lot of this stuff. All these events that I host, they all are out of pocket. And the same thing with anything that I create on here. Not being somebody that's real familiar with Blender, everything costs money, even to put it on the marketplace.
How about spices? Like, are you going to sell your own like old guy approved like spice mixes?
Well,
Rib rub.
I got to tell you, when I came into Decentraland, I came in here just to kind of browse around. Little did I know, just shy of 2 years later, that I got to be honest, I'm actually looking to take the brand and out of Decentraland and make it a brick and mortar. And I did look at that this summer. We're probably looking at next spring before I make the full decision on whether I'm going to do that. But yes, there would be a big branding move with spices, barbecue sauces, things like that. If that's what I decided to do.
You could recipe book. I'm very intrigued by grilled pizza. That one just in particular.
Well, Canessa knows this. I spend a lot of time in the outdoors. And I got to be honest with you, the best pizza that I've ever made through a fire was actually back in a fort, believe it or not, from 1746, an original oven where they would have fire started it, let the fire sit in there for a period of 6 to 8 hours, pulled it out, and then actually cooked for the day. But it was made out of clay and straw. Well, it would have been grass back then, but it would have been clay and straw nowadays. And it was a traditional, clay oven.
I feel like our souls are getting cleansed just by listening to you talk. Like it's bringing such wholesome, like Midwest wholesomeness. Now, where was the fort located?
It was just about to the UP of Miskinage, so it's right at the bridge level. So it would have been right at the bridge level up there. A lot of things that people don't understand about the Midwest is and all the way down the Mississippi, back in those days, we were the highways. There weren't highways, right? So there was forests and land and meadows and fields, but the reality was if people got around, they got around by waterways. And so all along the shorelines of the Great Lakes and, of course, down the Mississippi, Ohio River Valley, those were all fur trading areas. And there's all these little forts and, the Great War and all that stuff. That all took place along the waterways here in the United States.
Oh, guy, I am loving this. My family, like for our vacations, we didn't go to Disneyland or anything. We would go to like Old Fort Williams and like all the forts surrounding like Great Lakes and like the UP and yeah, like nice historical places. So I might have been to that one. Like probably have actually been to the one that you were at.
Yeah. I'm sure if you were anywhere near the bridge, I'm sure you've probably been into it. There's 2 or 3 forts over there. There was a lot of fighting going on for years up that way. In fact, historical fact, Michigan is actually home to the first national cemetery for the United States.
Hey, old guy. I just got this question just now. Where would that meetup be? The meetup you just mentioned.
Right now, we're talking 2 different locations. I can tell you the location that I'm pushing for because it's not just me that's involved, but we are talking Las Vegas.
Oh man, old guy, you're gonna do that to me? You're gonna say the Las Vegas word?
I'll push for Vegas too.
Yeah. Look, I just want to go in there literally like I said, we fund everything ourselves. So I'll hit the roulette table, pay for the event, and then we'll have it.
Yo, let the poker table. I am one of those individuals that back in my ultra degen days, I used to take trips to Vegas just so I could take advantage of the donkeys because my poker room here in Naples is like, I live in a retired city with a bunch of millionaires and billionaires. So like, they play poker. It's one thing playing someone that's rich and then another thing playing someone that's good. But then here we have the players that are rich and good. So I take those skills to Vegas and profit.
You'll have to teach me. I do not know how to play poker. And one time I played poker with a bunch of people and won like 3 times in a row. But they had to tell me that I won because I didn't even know. So I don't know how to play even after that. I don't, it was just like a lucky guess. Like I literally guessed my way through the game. Um, yeah.
At least
So that
you played with honest people. It sounds like.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. At least you played with honest people because like it seems like I've seen this happen at poker rooms before where like the person that is new like will be told that they lost a hand because and when they clearly won.
that's hysterical. Well, I actually told them that I knew how to play. Um,
Good cover, good cover.
I was like, "Yeah, I know how to play,
You
guys.
were the
Don't worry."
dishonest one. I'm shocked.
I
I
I mean in a poker room, like who's really honest? Like let's Let's be real here.
But no, I mean, they knew I was joking. I couldn't stop laughing, and they asked me a few questions. They were like, "Dude, you don't even know what this is." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a pretty card. Looks like that one's a girl. She's got a crown. I don't know what the other ones are, but they look like they're, they go with the other ones."
Well, any game that bluffing is part of playing, of course, there's got to be dishonesty.
Yeah, I don't know, but I definitely, it was fun just like sitting around a table playing with these cards. And I realized, some people make money off this, and I think we were playing for Halloween candy, but now
So,
except I don't eat candy. So every time I won, I was like, all right, everyone can have this now. You guys have a great time. Um, yeah, I don't wanna get diabetes.
Speaking of Vegas, I see Brandon in chat posted the like DCL on the Vegas Spear. Like that would be such an awesome marketing move. Like I saw that recently Xbox did it. Did like a display on the Vegas Spear, and that looks so dope. I could imagine like a DCL version like on it. Wonder how expensive it might be.
We could get like 2.3 seconds or something, maybe. It's got to be a lot, but maybe if there was an NFT conference in Vegas, then there would be companies like renting that out for the airtime, just like they do in like New York City Times Square.
Yeah, how come? I,
I'm sorry.
I've
Go
heard people
ahead.
talking about that being relatively cheap at times, and I thought there was going to be some of that done, but I don't remember all the details about it. Using the New York one.
Yeah, I've heard plenty of people say like, "Oh, I have connections here. We can do this," but I've never seen anything like continue on.
Well,
Well, and it's
I can only forward an email to the person that arranges all this stuff at NFT NYC. I did an art installation for them last year, and I asked for like some sort of like printout that I could like near my installation, but I ended up just manually telling people to come to Decentraland because I ended up hanging out in the artist pavilion. And that was kind of like the lounge area. And yeah, so I tried to tell like every person I met about the space in Decentraland and all the other things that are going on for for events and wearables and all the stuff that exists within the community that makes it really fun. But yeah, no, I've always wondered like what it takes to do that, but I don't know. I could probably make that happen, but I don't know if I'm gonna go to NFT NYC this year. I might end up not going. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air.
I know every penny counts in most cases. One cheap way to possibly have consider having done that, which I'm working on making one to slap around LA, is just stickers with Decentraland on it, a little bit more information. Um, I want a QR code, but I believe you have to pay for those to last more than to be uh, work for more than a week or something.
Yeah, I had a bunch of QR codes. I had one for the website and then one for the Decentraland spot. And then, yeah, another one for the NFTs, like the digital art that I have. And a bunch of people went to it. So, but yeah, I think it ended up closing because I didn't pay for the QR code to continue on. So yeah, everything adds up and it's like it adds up so fast. It's like really insane. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff with AI lately, and I've been kind of like sucked into the AI community and figuring out how to do a bunch of stuff in that world. Um, I found this really cool video. It has nothing to do with anything but Decentraland wise, but it might be something that you could use within Decentraland. I don't know. But this kid basically he creates this, a picture on Midjourney or whatever, and then he takes that into this application, and whatever person that he created becomes his face. So you can like swap your face to become even like a wearable or something, or a character from Decentraland that exists, and you could turn your face into that character, and it's moving like perfectly, normal, like as if it's your face. So that was something interesting, and I was thinking of coming up with some fun visuals like that, doing some dances. But yeah, it's an interesting technology to learn about, start experimenting with. It's a little weird, but look like a lot of fun. Okay. It's time to create AI versions of ourselves, basically.
Well, any kind of technology that you see around that, like, I don't know, just, retweet it or ping the people around us. Like, I think that in the future, especially with IRL conferences and just different events, I think that is going to be, it can play into it so much more than it does. And I think that, like, as cool as it would be, to have like DCL on the Sphere in Las Vegas or like on Times Square, that's just so passive. Like, it's cool. People might be like, "Whoa, what is that? Oh, awesome." But man, like, to get them converted to the point where they're actually going to sit down at a computer and log in and go through the beginner tutorial and set up their wallet, it's just like, it's such a leap from A to Z to where they have to be. And I feel like we have to, it has to be just way more than passive, like way more than just slapping the Decentraland logo on a tent at a conference and saying, like, this event was sponsored by them, or the DG, this lunch was sponsored by DG. I think a lot of time people just, like, I don't know, if you have free donuts, I'm gonna come no matter what. Pretty much no matter what your brand is, I'm gonna come, and I'm gonna I'm gonna take the free donuts, and I don't know if I'm gonna log in again. Like, there needs to be something sticky, like a hook. Like, what is gonna get them back into DCL? And I think that is like a huge hurdle for all of these real life events, or even the one at Buffalo and Stony that they did the live event. What gets people after they've seen these cool people to like change their routine in their day to like, hey, I'm going to check out that metaverse those people at the coffee house told me about. Like, I'm going to go log in. So I don't know. I think we have a huge challenge to get people to come back enough times to like meet people and find a cool place they want to be at, or long enough to make it a habit where they're coming every Friday because they know Seed is cool and they can go up to Seed and listen. So that's something we got to figure out.
I agree, and it I keep saying we're kind of shilling to ourselves because it's a lot of the same people and the same uh, platforms, but somehow we got to get out to IRL, and it's going to happen whenever it happens. I've used to be more optimistic that it's just around the corner, but I've kind of chilled a little and figure it's got a little ways to go, I guess.
Well, I think one good way of looking at it is like, how easy is it to explain to people like what we're doing here? I mean, how easy is it to like explain to a normie, why we can spend, our Saturday morning on a Twitter space talking about this and setting up a wallet and paying money for a dance move that I can send to my friend. Like, woof. I was trying to explain it to somebody this week, multiple people, and you just get that look on their face where it's like, I sound like a raving lunatic right now trying to explain this to you.
I get that. Yeah, and I have
Or then
I have a friend that's afraid of the future, AI and all that, so they won't even touch any of it.
Well, the cool thing is like the person I was talking to, they use Chat GPT all the time. So that was cool. I was like, oh, good. Like at least we have somewhere to talk, some common understanding. But I think until like it seems like so many times when I talk to people, they're like, well, the one person was like, yeah, the multiverse. Like, I love that new Spider-Man movie. And I mean, I love Spider-Man too, but I'm like, oh my gosh, they don't like, that's their under when they hear verse, like metaverse, like right away it's like, okay, metaverse, okay, multiverse, like, yeah, like I saw that Marvel movie. Like, it's the vocabulary isn't even in their in their common understanding. So I don't even call it the metaverse. I'm like, it's a 3D version of the internet. It's like the internet, but it's three-dimensional. And that kind of is better. But then they're like, well, what's the benefit to that? Why wouldn't you just go into, like the website? So then I was like, well, okay, like, like you could go to the Snapple website and look around, or you could come to the Snapple build and you got to walk around and do this challenge and you had to find stuff and then you got this free thing. And so it's more interactive. But I don't know. I'm like, gotta perfect my pitch.
What?
You can watch a YouTube set, like DJ set, on just your screen, or you could show up to a 3D setting with other individuals and enjoy the same or a DJ set together.
Yeah, I mean, I think I lost them when I was like, I helped make a mechanical bull for my friend who's a DJ from France. They were just like,
Oh, check out this
why you're
emote.
playing. Yeah, yeah.
Check out this mechanical bull riding emote. I mean, I figured that emote would have brought him back as soon as
Yeah, maybe that's where I lost them when
It's something
I don't know, like,
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, it just sounds so far-fetched that like my friend who's a DJ from France and he wears like a bull head. Like, I didn't even tell him the bull head word. But like, I mean, the words coming out of my mouth they just sound like fiction. Like, so I'm trying to like normie everything down, like, because it is kind of like surreal actually when I say it out loud. Like, yeah, I do have a friend in France. His name is Buffalo. Like, I don't know. I guess we are living in the future. What were you going to say?
I was going to something that I thought about just the other day too was, we say Web 2, Web 3, bringing people from Web 2 into Web 3 and just Web 2, Web 3 all the time. And I got to thinking, do people in Web 2 even know they're in Web 2?
No, they don't. And I said something in Web 3 and I was like, just like, nope, I'm not going there. Just this, I'm not even going to say that. Like, I don't know. I mean, I sound pretty unhinged when I try to talk to people, and they just like, one person, I started talking about like decentralization, and they were like, yeah, there's a cell phone tower nearby and we're all sharing like the bandwidth. And I'm like, okay, that's like what comes to mind when I'm talking to them. It's like, there's no, I mean, we have so much educating to do, I guess.
We just have to figure out how to speak it in the other
Yeah.
language.
Yep, normie language. There's been like, fuck, who was it? Was it you and me, Brandon? And welcome Brandon to the stage. Was it you and me that were joking around yesterday about like some company like releasing or some game releasing like talking
Fucking
about like
Disney, bro.
yes,
Yeah.
them. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. My name is Brandon. I'm here. So anyone that is a huge nerd is on TikTok, like Brandon, has seen this trend where I don't even know exactly what it is. Basically, you can connect your Disney Plus, and there's like Disney Plus trading cards, basically for characters, and everyone's freaking the fuck out about them. Like, I want this trading card. I want this trading card. They're doing what we were doing 2 years ago, but for these fucking Disney trading cards. And I keep commenting on TikToks like, and y'all were bashing us for NFTs like literally months ago. Fuck you guys.
Is it like based through Vivi?
I just work here. Do you want that ice or hot?
I hope Polygon, since I mean they do have a partnership with Polygon.
So yeah, if you want to social engineer Gen Pop into Web3, don't mention Web3, don't mention crypto, don't mention shit. Cause spooky, scary.
Check out
But
my digital collectible land.
like, oh, that's fucking sick. You know, that's cool. You know, like that's where it's at.
So I shouldn't talk about my digital land and stuff in my. Is that
You
where
mean your online apartment? What are you talking about?
Well, however, like I said before, I think it was last week, make an NFT, casual conversation, dinner with in-laws, surprisingly found out they actually owned land in Decentraland, but never used it.
So yeah, I also want to come up here and say hi. I haven't been up here since we all met up in LA, so that was fucking sick. We have some amazing people in our community. Just you can tell someone's vibes whenever you meet them. Everyone that I met from Decentraland was amazing. Shelly Rustone, all of them, Buffalo, Pans, Fucking Dream, all of them. Amazing people. I love them. Side note, we got Pans, Dream, and Buff absolutely blasted. They came to California and they learned quick that we got some quality products. So we had a great time. Keep creating shit, because if there are any creators here, Decentraland is a perfect tool to snag props, to snag, skins for you 3D artists. Even if you use Decentraland as a tool for social, for partying, for relaxing, just chilling, Decentraland is a tool for all of us for something. And I want to remind y'all that that's all it is. We are heavily invested in the tool, and it's got some quirks, but I feel like we're using it right. Y'all are doing great, and I fucking love you. Brandon, which spot?
Yes, I invest in my tools a lot. But but yeah, I mean Brandon's got a point. Decentraland isn't, or for the creator should not be the full identity of the creator, but like a playground for them to create in and show off to other creators and other platforms and stuff like that using. Oh my God, I'm looking down at the listeners. So many friends. What up, EPD Rabbit? Nice to see you. And what up, Two Tone? Oh shit, Two Tone's here. Two Tone's been carrying me on big time lately. Big shout out to Two Tone.
Can I say something real quick about Big Time?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Go.
We since Big Time has been kind of like big time in our CPD. If you guys want, we can make like a Big Time role and a Big Time voice channel so we can run some. Because honestly, Big Time aligns with our Web3 stuff. We own these little collectible assets that look cool in a metaverse. So I think that CBD needs some game time together. So if anyone plays Big Time, come chill in CBD. We're in there usually running a few dungeons. And next time they drop some codes, if anyone wants to play Big Time, let me know. Love you.
I still can't get it. I still can't get it. They haven't replied to me yet.
Oh yeah, Big Time ghosted me. Like they like opened my message and they're like, "Look at this fool trying to get codes. Fuck this guy." And then they ignored me.
Mine's not for a code. I've got it, everything set up. I even have cash or money deposited. But when I go to start the game, I get this generic error message that try again later. You can't load or can't something, and try again later.
Are you on a Mac
No,
or like
PC.
okay. Okay, good. Well, I'm happy you know the alpha race when it comes to computers. Sorry, everyone, to the 50% that's using Mac. Um, um, but I see what Fancy typed just now. Big community, big time, Decentraland. Um, so, and yeah, Brandon, you have definitely have a point about like big time. Like our one example, our humble little CBD Discord has been growing because of like people that we've been connecting on big time, or like this has already happened to me in like three scenarios where I'm like playing big time just randomly and like just whatever, and then randomly I get an invite for like to a party, and I just accept it, and once I accept, like I like see someone in the party that is someone that knows me from Decentraland from like way back, and they're like, "Oh, bro, I used to watch you on Twitch," or like, "How you been, Sinful? Like, it's been a long time." Like, it's been really good to reconnect with a few friends. Like, I've reconnected with Jay Cluster, um, let's see, Don Father, and a few others, I believe, as well. So I've been having my fun.
And the reason I bring it up is because a game like that is perfect for a niche collective like us, because what you said is 100% right. You make friends in one metaverse. All right, cool. We're done with the big time. Let's go hang out and see what's going on in Decentraland together. Boom. You're in fucking Decentraland together and we can chill. You know, it all connects, and it's all based off of the creativity of some people making a dope product, which is accessible to all of you right now. You can do that. Or to people looking for dope products and looking for people to hang out with, which we all are kind of experts at, navigating through. So keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. There's
Okay,
nerds everywhere.
I'll keep playing big time. Don't worry, Brandon. I'm on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like not like an example of what you just said is literally what happened the other night with me. I was streaming overnight, and some person that like couldn't get a code was like hanging out in my stream, and he was cool. He was engaging. He was and 13 and I like we like jumped off of big time. He was still on my stream, so we like decided to show him Decentraland, and he's like, "Oh crap, this is another game. Do you need a code? Can I play? Can I get on?" And then like just 13 and I like we're like, "Come on over, buddy." Got him on Decentraland. Showed him the MetaMask website. Got him all set up, send him some wearables, and yeah, like he was really like genuinely enjoying Decentraland. He was like he kept saying how dope it was. So
I think those kind of connections, like those are so important, and I feel like we just don't even. I don't know, like me, can't speak for all of us, so I won't speak for everybody, but like me, like I lose sight of where we're at in like the state of affairs, and like the bull run versus the bear run, and just like like everything that we're building today, it's gonna pay off. I mean, or maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like the tech that is behind all of this, like the blockchain, like it's gonna work. It's gonna be adopted eventually, and so hopefully we're still surviving by then. But like I just see us as like we're sowing the seeds right now, the ones that are still here in the depths of the bear market, like, and I just don't think we can even see how the future is going to play out. Like we really can't. We can guess, but we can't. And I think that, like, for those of you making wearables or emotes, like, I don't know, I was just thinking about the amount that people bought during the last bull run. this is when we need to be like fine-tuning our craft and getting good at it, and like that's my personal belief, is that it's the bull run's going to come back, mana will go up. Will it hit $5? I don't know. Should it have ever hit $5? I don't know. Like, but it doesn't have to hit $5 for us to profit and do well. Like, there's just so many different ways to do well without like looking at the cost of mana. Although at the end of the day, paying bills is always a good thing too. But I don't know. I'm just glad to be on this journey with all of y'all, and it's cool to see each one of us like do well and succeed. And I think, like Brandon, every time you give your support, like, I don't know, it just means so much. So thank you for always coming in and being like a positive reminder that we're building cool shit.
Fucking nerds. Just kidding, I love you. You're cool, nerds.
Oh my god, I just lolled so hard. Like, I was... Oh god, I was about to ask Vanessa if she likes my outfit for Oktoberfest, and then I got called a nerd. I love it.
Let's see. I gotta see. I'm changing my outfit to match Peter Parker because I gotta be Spider-Gwen. Oh my. What are you? What are you? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
About time. Okay, finally, guys. Look at Sin's Lederhosen.
Is that... I don't... What is that? What it's called? The Lederhosen?
Lederhosen, yeah.
Ja, das stimmt.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
me.
Okay.
And this is a dirndl.
What's
dirndl? You are wearing the Lederhosen.
So the Lederhosen is male outfit, and
actually, I believe it is just specifically your trousers. The trousers. I don't know what the top is called, but Lederhosen are your trousers.
So what's the difference between like overalls? I guess the top portion of it, they're like pants with like straps.
I don't know, but I think that the straps keep them up, because I think traditionally, like, you know, like this is garb, I believe, way before like zippers and high fancy tech like that. So I think that the suspender part was like to keep your trousers up, I think.
Hold up, there were times when like zippers didn't exist.
Yep, the 70s.
Damn, we've come a long way. The 70s.
Yeah. Yep.
What did people do before zippers?
Suspenders.
Really?
They had to find, or belts. I don't know.
how would like at least males? How like the hole in the pants? How was that made? Was it buttons?
Hey man, that's just that modern day convenience. Back in the day, you just had to pull them down, buddy.
First zipper was in 1890. Fun fact.
Oh, fun fact.
Not 1970, Brandon. Damn.
Oh, okay, now this brings me to my next point. Who the hell invented a zipper in 1890? Like, who had the technology for this?
Whitcomb L. Judson did. Obviously, everybody knows this.
Oh, duh. I'm sorry,
No, it had to be
Brandon.
YK, because the initials on most zippers are YK. Boom. Everybody's checking their zipper right now, aren't you?
I don't even have zippers.
Me.
This is a zipper-free household.
This conversation has really taken a turn.
Well, are we at like the 11:30 mark? It's usually when we get a little silly and our sugar is, and that's when Brandon saves us from ourselves.
Hey, so my name is Brandon. If you want some Decentraland content, you should go check out Buffalo's Twitter page. He just uploaded a video with me, Shelly, and Stony Eye with an interview. So if you want to learn more about us, we're there. I got you, Vanessa. See, that was smooth as hell, huh? And then also coming out next Tuesday, I have an interview coming out with Pixelia. and that's going to be playing at Taminoya at his Ant Radio time frame. I believe it's 6 EST. So if you want to go play some poker, hang out, listen to what I got to say, I'll be there. And yeah, love you.
I can only imagine it now. It's like you come on the screen, and it's just Brandon's like, all you motherfuckers need to create.
Right. It was actually a really fun interview. I loved it. And he's also going to throw in some of my animations, and I make music on the side. So I threw some beats in there also.
Hey, love it. I'll definitely be there. I'm happy that you got a chance to be on end to end. So yeah, dude, definitely gonna show some love. But also I smoke. You know I smoke a lot of weed. So you're gonna have to remind me like Monday night.
That's a sin.
Lol, 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 lol. On that awkward silence note, are there any more topics that anyone would like to talk about today? If not, perhaps we can start to wind down. We've been live for 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. And yeah, just a quick reminder, everyone, like and retweet the room so that everyone can hear the conversation later on, or even come in and join in if we continue here.
I'm gonna show one other person, and then the rare show myself just real quick, if I may. I have changed my PFP to, as most of you will recognize, a Waifumon, which Waifumon Gen 2 is alive, and you will be seeing these running around in Decentraland very soon, if not possibly already. So shout out to Aaron Loop and his Waifumons. But also, and I think I posted it up to the top. I did. And it's a week from tomorrow, but it's a Twitter space on Sunday, October 29th, which is World Internet Day. I have several people representing different metaverse platforms all coming together. I did this once the same date a year ago. I have different several different ones coming this time. Like I do have Upstreet. I have again High CC for Spatial. She's coming along. Cheddar Queso said she would represent DCL this time instead of myself. The man who sold the metaverse, and Income Island, and a couple others with special guests, Meta Rides, and Vipe.io will be joining me as well with talking about the metaverse. Some general things, but the topic I didn't get to last year, and which has been kind of become a bigger talked about a bit more, is safety and in particular harassment inside the metaverse. How different things, ways of ideas on preventing that, or just any ideas. Which I did have a interesting conversation not too long ago with someone from the Somnium Space platform, and they kind of have an interesting idea. I don't think it would be popular in Decentraland, but it's all new and everything's kind of an experiment when it comes to it. But hope some of you guys will join us for that.
Thank you, One Exists. And I guess on that note, we can kind of shift into final thoughts. I think I know the answer, but I'm gonna be polite cat zesty. Final thoughts.
Yeah, so my final thoughts pertain to the fair weather bootlicking that's been in the DAO as of late. I just want to say, when you see the comment that Shawnee made in passing on the Dow Discord about the uncensored library grant being paused due to Decentraland's investors, and then you research where those investors are based, the way the code of ethics is being abused and the recent Jared ban are extremely on brand. And that's all I got to say for today.
Interesting. Some research to be done. Brandon, final thoughts?
If you have ideas, get them out there. They don't do anything inside of your brain. And get outside and take a fucking walk, dude. Smoke a J, drink some coffee, and then come back and chill. And also go retweet my videos. Love you.
Nah, dude. I have to grind big time.
True retweet, never mind. Stay rest inside. Do nothing but play video game.
And drink coffee.
Retweet. Love you.
Thank you, Brandon. Old guy, final thoughts?
Just one, and that is if you do happen to run across somebody in Decentraland that is got the numbers behind their name and you know they're new to the game, reach out to them, talk to them, ask them if they have any questions. Without that person doing that for me, I would not be here today. So, love Decentraland, and we'll see you in World.
Thank you, old guy. And yeah, very, very true. Pass it over to Seed. Final thoughts?
I'm very happy to join everybody today. This space is always such a wonderful way to communicate and just learn about things and discuss things. So I do appreciate that, Sinful and Canessa. You guys have been keeping this going for quite some time, and looking forward to the next week. And also, just want to say hi to everyone down there and listeners. Hope everyone is doing all right this weekend, and hope to see you out there sometime. Peace out. Oh, and by the way, I'm I'm so sorry. I have this vision to produce an in real life music, art, tech, AI festival, including like all the stuff we're doing in Decentraland. And obviously, it's in infant stages. I just kind of put it out there into the universe, and it seems extremely unrealistic, but I would like to have it at the Sphere. And I've done things before that were super unrealistic, and somehow they happened. So I wouldn't be surprised if, with enough work and just work, anyone in the community that wants to be part of it, I'm in the process of figuring out how to make it happen. But yeah, it'll be really interesting to create something like that at the Sphere. And I know Existence went to a conference there recently. I won't get into it because I know you guys are trying to go, but I'll just plant that seed in everyone's head for now and just imagine a in real life space that we could also have a massive area for Decentraland and make it so that people can go in world at the festival. So I have a lot of ideas. I don't know. Just putting it out there.
Was that pun intended when you said planting that seed? Get it? Seed? Your seed? Okay.
Yeah. I didn't even realize it's a pun.
Thank you, Seed, for being here and speaking today. And I'll pass it back to Canessa for final thoughts.
Yeah, thank you everybody for choosing to spend your Saturday morning with us, and thank you for everything that you guys do. And I'm glad that we're here in the Bear building. So someday we're going to come out of hibernation and show the world what we've built. But until then, be kind to yourself, and talk to you next week.
Yep, and on that note, my final thoughts. If there are any concerns, please report all concerns to Canessa. She is head of HR for the CBD. Thank you everyone for being here. Really appreciate your time. For some of us, or for a lot of you, it's been 2.5 hours that we've been sitting here, and I really appreciate all the support. Thank you once again. I guess I do see Buffalo down there. Want to say hello, Buffalo. I miss my French friends. I really do. I actually started missing my French friends as soon as they left, or, but we'll have to connect one day again. And also, congratulations to Julianne for winning Canessa's giveaway last night. So yeah, big congratulations to Julianne. And let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Oh, if you want to catch Beyond the NFT this coming Monday, we have Sazzy Not Sazzy as our guest for the evening. He is the person that he is from the Kid Called Beast community, and he made their marketplace a reality. So it's definitely going to be a good conversation. Thank you, everyone. Take care and have a great rest of your day. Act natural.
Love you.
All right. Everyone